Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the one about the sick fish. Just a little bit of background. As you know, we do everything koi, we do everything pond, we do everything that a koi enthusiast or a pond enthusiast would ever need back at DH Water Gardens. What we do over and above is also help some of our clients look after their fish. So on this particular occasion, we're in Hampshire, in a secret location, and we are just about to meet Bryony, who is our fish vet, who is going to take a look at one of my client's fish who has an ulcer on the side of his body, or hers, or its, depends which way you come, where you're looking at it from. And we're going to take a look, take a view, and make a decision of what steps to take next. Oh, hi, so you're filming. What are we going to do? We are going to take some pond water, pour it into the inspection bowl, and I'm going to put in about 20 litres just before Bryony turns up. Put some sedation in it. This will knock the fish out temporarily, which will allow us to inspect the fish and work out what we're going to do next. It could be injections, it could be just medication in the food, or it could be that we just seal the wound as best we can and put the fish back in. Bryony's arrived, and the first thing she does is assess the situation, ask the client a little bit of history about the fish and what's been happening over the last few weeks. The pond, we've been told, is about 20 years old, quite well established. Client has lost about 4 fish in the last few weeks, and we believe it's basically because lack of oxygen, which he's admitted himself. But we're going to check that. We have one fish that has a lesion on the side of its body, which we will check later. And what Bryony is currently doing is water tests just to see what the ammonia, nitrite, nitrate is looking like, so that we can go to the next step, which will probably be pulling the fish out of the water and sedating it. Go. So a lot of people ask me, when is it the right time to call the vet? Well, I'll tell you when the wrong time to call the vet is: when you've lost your fish. However, on a serious note, probably you know what your fish are like, you know how they react, you know what they look like, you know how they respond to certain times of the day. Are they feeding? Are they gasping for air? Are they doing anything strange? At the same time, you know, if you love your fish, you know what they look like. So you might see a few changes on the body, you might see a few raised scales, you might see some pine cones, for example, looking like pine cones. That's the time where you really need to be thinking about looking at sort of some kind of medication. Now, whether it be vet induced or whether off the shelf, that is something that you can come to Red Sun Koi and ask the question. We are there to help, we're there to support, and also we have the community WhatsApp group that you can just simply ask a question, and hopefully I'll be in a position to respond fairly quickly. What you don't want to do is to waste too much time, because time is not your friend at this point, or too long a time is not your friend. Acting instantly is a good thing. So we've just gone through some water tests. What? Hold on a minute. What? You wanted to clap earlier on.
There's no drone. You clap when there's a drone to do the sound. There's
sorry.
no drone.
Okay.
Don't clap. You upset the fish. You upset
Fair
me.
enough.
You upset Brian. Go.
Bryony's got work to do.
No clap.
So we have just completed some water tests, all clear, which is fantastic news. I'm just going to put some more water in the bowl, and we're going to put some sedation in, and we're going to get the fish out and put her to sleep. Okay?
Come round this side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, and then drain off as much water as you
Yeah.
can.
Okay. Oh.
No.
Do you want to put that on top?
Yeah, if we string that across the top.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bigger one there.
Shade. Yeah, lovely. Right, we'll give her a couple of minutes. Very hard, but it is still very active.
Yeah. What's it trying to heal, you mean?
That is trying very hard, but it is still active,
Yeah.
and we've got dead rotting scales around the edge. So what we'll do is when she is sleepier, I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to make it look initially a lot worse. I'm going to basically take the perimeter of scales out, clean it, and I think if we want this to heal the best, I think she would benefit from injections.
Added some water just to replace some of the water I took out and to keep the fish as comfortable as possible and rehydrate.
I think sorry.
That's all right.
I think all this relates to the lack of air and the and feeding when it was very hot. Unfortunately. No.
There we go. Okay, first injection.
Injections.
So I'll draw these all up like usual.
Yeah, yeah. I reckon 5, do you reckon? Is it 5?
No, 1.25.
No, 5 injections
yes, yeah.
over 5 days, is it?
Over 10 days.
Over 10 days.
Sorry, it's actually every 3 days with this one.
Okay.
This broad spec.
Oh, so there's 2 in.
Yeah, I'm doing a one-off anti-inflammatory.
All right.
Cream.
So effectively that puts her on antibiotics, yeah?
Yes, exactly. And I've got one for pain and like an anti-inflammatory. It's basically like an ibuprofen type medication. Okay. Now.
So this particular fish has gone through quite a traumatic experience. She's been out of the water, she's been sedated for nearly 20 minutes, and now we've put her back into the water, and she's had several injections. She's had a inflammatory injection, and she's also had some antibiotics, and now she's just easing her way back into life, or next to quite a high volume of water, air should I say, just to bring her back to life. Now what will happen over the next 10 days, I will be coming back every 3 days, taking her back out, sedating her and injecting her with the antibiotics in order for her hopefully to make a full recovery over the next sort of 2 or 3 months. Okay, so it's been quite a busy day. We've come into mid-Hampshire, we've identified a sick fish, we've added some medication, we've injected, we've given painkiller. Actually, I feel really good about it. This doesn't happen very often, but when it does, there's something quite sort of satisfying about walking away knowing that we're going to save this fish who is ulcerated. One of the things you didn't pick up earlier on was that we took a sample to send off to the lab to find out exactly what the strain of bacteria is. And over the next 15 days, I'm going to be administering injections to that big girl to make sure that she is on the road to recovery. We should, after about 4 or 5 days, see kind of a white film coming over those red lesions, which hopefully, having used the right antibiotics, will take us to a much better place. Anyway, until then, I will update at some point because I'm sure you'll want to know what's going on with this fish. Thanks for joining in, and I'll speak to you soon.